All right, it's 4:30 and time to start the redevelopment agency meeting for Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. It's taking place in the Murray City Council chambers. Welcome, council. We have all council members present, and Rosalba Dominguez. Sorry, Rosalba. Anyway, she's calling in, so she'll be joining us by telephone. And welcome, Mayor. Welcome, GL. Anyway, so we'll get started. The first is approval of the February 15th, 2022 RDA meeting minutes. And if there are no questions, changes, I would take a motion.
I'll motion we approve the minutes.
Ooh. Do we have a second?
I second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Motion passes. So now we'll go to citizen comments. Let's see, the public comments can be made in person during the meeting or may be submitted by sending an email to rda@murray.utah.gov. And all comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and email comments will be read into the meeting record. So do we have any citizen comments? Okay. All right. So number 3, we have consideration of a resolution approving an agreement between Murray City, the redevelopment agency of Murray City, and NeighborWorks of Salt Lake. And Doug, will you?
All right, thank you. These are both of these items on the agenda tonight are just follow-ups to last month's meeting. This first one is, as Diane just read, a resolution with NeighborWorks continuing the relationship with the city, with the redevelopment agency and the city. So you'll actually be taking action on this twice tonight because it involves the city and the RDA. And it extends the agreement from January of this year through January of 2024. And there's a whole long list of things that NeighborWorks does for us. I think a lot of those were presented last month by Allison. So I won't take the time unless you want to talk about any of them specifically about I won't discuss all of those, the long list of items that NeighborWorks does for the city, but essentially what you'd be doing is just approving a resolution which would give the authority for the RDA executive director, who is Mayor Hells, to sign the agreement, and then we'll get NeighborWorks also to sign it, and then we'll have a continued relationship with NeighborWorks. So be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Doug? All right, then I would appreciate a motion.
I move that we approve a resolution approving an agreement between Murray City, the redevelopment agency of Murray City, and NeighborWorks Salt Lake.
I will second.
Thank you, Rosalba.
Yep.
Is there a discussion on the motion?
No.
Okay. Brooke?
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you, Brooke. All right, now the next one. Oh, the motion passes, so congratulations and thank you for being here and thanks for all you do. All right, number 4. Doug, do you want to speak to this?
Yeah, so following up from last month's meeting, we had discussed and there was some interest expressed by the RDA board to do a public opinion survey or hire a public opinion survey company, professional company, to do a survey for essentially the downtown area, the historic downtown area known as Block 1, to find out what the public's attitudes are towards development and other related issues in that area. So this resolution tonight would again authorize the city to move forward on doing that public opinion survey. The specific boundaries can be discussed, I think, later if there's interest in wanting to extend the boundaries to a larger area or not. The questions, all of that kind of stuff, we'll have to work with the RDA leadership on how we want to develop that survey and the type of questions. But the action that you'll be taking tonight would be to enter into an agreement for us to do this survey. And the cost of the survey, as outlined in the agreement, would be $18,400. That would allow up for 800 to 1,000 interviews and up to 50 questions. It also allows the city the option to do future panel surveys, which we may want to do depending on what kind of issues you might want public feedback on before you have to make some decisions. So that's in there. It doesn't bind us to have to do future surveys, but it allows us to do those future surveys. And if we do, the cost of those future surveys would be $6,700. So that's the action that you'll be taking tonight on that. I don't see Kyrene here. She told me she was going to try to come here tonight, so I'll try to answer any questions that you might have, although I'm not a professional public opinion surveyor, so I'll do my best. Any questions that you might have?
Questions?
And that was the third option, right? In the pricing tiers, it was so we could have future.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
So is there a cost that we could go up to? I'm trying to remember the term I'm looking for, but
A maximum amount?
yes.
No. So I think the agreement allows for, as I recall, future panel survey. So we would pay $6,700. So it just depends on how many surveys that we would do, but there's not a maximum amount in the agreement. Am I correct on that, GL?
We had mentioned $50,000. What was that?
Well, so our procurement ordinance requires that if we do go above $50,000, we would have to go out to bid. So that's a good point, Diane, that we would want to watch that carefully and not go above that amount.
Okay.
Otherwise, Brooke will have to, per year, we'll have to give us some direction on what to do with procurement.
Okay.
But I think it does say that you looked at 3 different groups in the resolution, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want a motion then?
Yes, would like a motion on that one.
Okay.
I would, I cut you off. I was so ready. Sorry. I move we approve a resolution, an agreement between Murray City, the redevelopment agency of Murray City, and Y2 Analytics to conduct a public opinion survey for the area between State Street to Poplar Street and 4800 South to 5th Avenue within the Central Business District.
I second it.
All right. It has been motioned and seconded. Do we have discussion on the motion?
No.
All right, Brooke.
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you. Okay, that's the 4 issues that we had. So we will now be adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and we're adjourned.